Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm on a roll today. My daughter slept for 9 hours, and then she also is doing very well at naps. So I have time to go back to doing my YouTube thing. And so today's topic is, are you oversharing, over explaining on your dates? Okay, and what is a are you way too direct on your dates? Okay, so this is something I've seen in myself. This is something I've seen just in general with people when they're doing their online dating. And I'll say being direct and oversharing feels so good because you feel that you're being your true, authentic self and that you're um, really trying, and you feel like if I lay this all out there, um, if they vibe with me, then they vibe with me. If they don't, they don't. I will just tell you that that strategy is not optimal. And I'll give you reasons why it's not optimal and why it could feel very overwhelming and it can come across as you're very insecure about yourself. Um, okay, let's just start with I'll just say where it's a good time to overshare and where to be very direct. Overshare, over explaining, maybe you're justifying or just kind of thinking through some of your opinions and being direct. Those are very positive in friendships. Those are very positive in family relationships. Okay, but there's also a way to be direct um, and share, but in a kind, respectful way. That is something I'm still working on with my family. So I totally understand uh, why it just kind of feels good to just say what you mean. But with the caveat of saying what you mean in a respectful, kind way. I have a hard time with that. I'm still working on it. But that is probably the only instance where it would be great to do it that way. It would not be in dating. Okay. And here is why. As I alluded to before, when you overshare or go guns blazing on telling all your private things, how much you make, your job, um, or you go into like X rated things, okay, they will know and get the vibe that you are insecure, that you feel like you have to share all these things just for them to like you. Okay. And maybe you overshare about your job and you want to tell them how much you make or all the cool things that you've been doing. I would not share that until there's a right time for that. When you share all that information, it like I said, it just makes you feel like you're trying to convince them that they should like you and that they should be impressed by you. Okay. That in turn with guys, they'll be like, oh, what else can you do? Oh, what else are you going to do to try to impress me? Okay. That is very opposite. I'm a huge fan of polarity. So there's a man, there's a girl, or it could be masculine energy, feminine energy. And in biology, in those, like, what is the guy, David Attenborough, those nature movies or those nature shows, and the bird episode is like the perfect example of this. Okay, so if you notice in nature, there's like the male bird is beautiful, it has all this color, and then the girl bird looks plain. And to me, I was like, why does the girl bird doesn't look beautiful? But the reasoning is that the guy bird is trying to impress the girl bird. Okay, it's different than humans, but the guy bird is trying to impress the girl bird with all the beautiful colors. So in our the way I see it for the way I like to date and how I like to be in a relationship. I'm married, by the way, but I love that my husband is smart. He's able to provide for my daughter and I. He's a great leader for the family. I'm always impressed by him and his discipline and his principles. Those things impress me. Okay, I like that. I don't feel like I need to impress him in that way. I feel like, oh, okay, I'm good. Let me be impressed. And that's the way I feel that relationships and dating work the best. You let the man talk about himself because at the end of the day, you want to get to know that guy. You want to know, is he principled? Does he have the same values as me? But if you keep sharing and talking over the guy, that you don't get a chance to discover that. So I am a fan of, and I also find this works with men, and it's very intriguing for them to want to get to know you without you having to overshare. Is you have to have this quiet confidence, okay? Quiet confidence, and be a good listener and give them space to share who they are, okay? And then when it's your turn to talk, I don't think that you should go guns blazing still. I think that they have to earn the right for for them to get to know more intimate information about you. Okay. I find that women who are like that are very alluring. When they don't talk too much, they're not really loud. They don't feel like they need to overshare, over sexualize. Okay, that's another thing. If you start the conversation and you're only talking about how good the guy looks or x-rated things, they're only going to think of you in that compartment. Okay, they only will think of you in, oh, she's just going to be a hookup, I don't need to respect her, um, she's a hookup. And that's not good. So I would, even if the guy takes it to that, reel it back in or just cut him off. Okay, another thing is that when you talk shop or you're talking about your job or you're over sharing how smart you are, especially in the beginning of the date, those things should be slowly shared because you want to get to know him. You want him to show him or his cards first. When you kind of get into very intellectual conversations, I notice that the polarity, the attraction kind of goes down because you'll start to be in this image of like a coworker or a homie, and so you'll start to talk about all these technical things. They will enjoy the conversation, but they would not they won't feel any sexual attraction to you, or not, okay, sexual attraction or love type of attraction or relationship type of attraction to you. They'll be like, okay, this is my homegirl, I can talk to her about shop, that was a great conversation, but for some reason I'm not attracted to her. So caution to you ladies out there, if you're online dating, do not overshare. Okay, do not over explain your principles. All those things will come out in due time, and they need to earn the right to know those things about you. um yeah, and that's how you keep the polarity in the relationship. That's how you kind of keep the attraction. And yeah, that's all I have for you today. And so if my baby is napping better, I'll make more videos.